Shogun Warriors, issue number 3 here on 80s Comics. You made the call on Twitter at 80s Comics, defeating the warlord visionaries and sectars. It's Shogun Warriors, because everyone loves giant robots with a rocket fist that punches rock core in the face. It's a great cover. I love covers with word balloons. They're especially wacky, and that's so fitting for Shogun Warriors, a delightful comic book series featuring gigantic robots that... Wait, they removed it! What are these... How am I supposed to know what these robots do? I'm so thoroughly confused. I didn't realize that they removed their tagline. I love that tagline. I gotta show... Hold on. This is unacceptable. I need to go back in time to 78, and if I go back to 78, I'm never coming back to this crappy future. I'll tell you that. Back when they were still only 35 cents, Shogun Warriors were invincible guardians of world freedom. Even though it's still 35 cents for issue 3. Invincible guardians of world freedom. They should have kept that. Now my mind is spinning with thoughts of going back to 1978 and just staying there and watching Star Wars and Zardoz in the theater on repeat. Elements of Destruction. It's a great issue. Of course it's a great issue. It's Shogun Warriors. It's just lovable. Giant robots fighting elemental monsters made from rock and fire and water. But there's people in danger because there's a passenger train that has this one car filled with explosives. Because obviously, on a passenger train, you would include the one car filled with explosives. And it's going to fall off and do what explosives do. Blow up. So, the invincible guardians of world freedom are going to save the day, or at least we hope they do. Dangard Ace. We met these 3 robots in issue 2. If for some reason you missed my issues 1 and 2 reviews, go watch them. They're thoroughly stupid. Dangard Ace, Raydeen, and Combatra, piloted by Earth's mightiest heroes. Savage, Carson, and Odashu. The first issue introduces the series. The second issue gives each of the mighty warriors their giant robots. And this issue is like one enormous battle scene. So it's pretty good. Each robot picks one of the elemental monsters and they battle. There's still a lot of ads in this issue, which is annoying. We get to see, is that Combatra? No, that's Raydeen. That's Raydeen. Raydeen's the one that transforms into the jet and shoots these little bird missiles. So Raydeen's fighting the fire monster. Combatra is fighting the rock monster. And she uses this fantastic piece of futuristic technology from the 70s to save people. She uses a loudspeaker and yells at them and tells them to run away. And then they listened. Miraculously. People must have been smarter in the 70s. So then the explosive car falls off the trestle. And trestles are designed for only one thing, to be destroyed by monsters. Combatra jumps on top of the explosive car. Knocks out the pilot. She saves the day because Combatra is heavily armored. And look, you can put a safety wing on your bike. A safety wing. From Europe. After the Guardians of Light shout at her through the view screen, she wakes up and fires her rocket fist at Rock Core, shattering one of his rock arms. But, meanwhile, simultaneously, Marcon is impressed that these giant robots are defeating his magic monsters. So he wants to turn to science. This is like Visionaries in reverse. But Lieutenant Magar is all about magic, all right? So there's a rift between these two. And he wanders off into his magic lava lair beneath the Pacific Island volcano, whatever, and ponders how he's going to destroy this scientific approach. Keep it old school. And just use magic. Strike the cloud all at once! So there's some internal conflict going on here with the bad guys while the robots are battling the monsters. It's just such a fun read. 1978. It really doesn't get any better than this. You could also get Leif Garrett on a skateboard, and Olivia Newton-John, and Grizzly Adams with a bear. Oh, man. Cheryl Tiegs in a pink bikini. Oh man, I need all these, especially Grizzly Adams. So he fires his rockets into the sky, shattering their cloud attack, which then rains on the fire monster, destroying the fire monster, and then they form the power triangle and pulverize the entire mountain. Meanwhile, Magar is, and I love to do his voice like Igor. No, it can't be, but it is. It is B, because the invincible guardians of world freedom have saved the day for at least the next couple minutes. Put her there, team. We've got one blast of a future ahead of us for the next 17 issues, because for some reason this series is not running today because people are morons. They were smarter in the 70s. It's proof. And then we get to see what Maricon launches against the Shogun Warriors in the next issue, but I'll keep that a secret, because what I want you to do is go out and buy these. They're really cheap. So much fun can be had for like $1. Shogun Warriors. The whole series is really good. Thoroughly enjoying these. And I think you will too if you think these look good here on 80s Comics. Shogun Warriors is highly recommended. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got a Grizzly Adams poster to procure. I'm going to put it on one wall and the Cheryl Tiegs on the other. You got to have balance in your life, you know.